Good intergalactic day to those who are passing through this matrix on January 22nd, Wednesday. Looking at this sky here, now that we are going to cross at this exact moment. Look at this people. Look at this scorpion light blinking. Suggesting to us what? A detox. What a good time for the observation of our most toxic patterns, those that we have been accumulating throughout life. And then, I was thinking here. Have you noticed how we are all the time judging the world from outside? The outside world? We go to the supermarket, then we realize the organization or the lack of it. We use the mall's bathroom. Then we notice the dirt or the cleaning. We go to pay for the food at the cashier and think that the woman was super rude or was even too nice. Wow, what a joy. The truth is that we are all the time needing to create a reading about that situation, give our judgment, our verdict, and we have no idea what is happening on the other side. Have you ever stopped to think about it? That we literally judge a book by its cover. Sometimes the market is so messy because it is cleaning day, or repositioning day, or there is a lack of employee on that day. Sometimes the bathroom is clean because on that day, the employee was kicking the pants, used all that energy in cleaning to leak. And it may be that the cashier was rude to you because you didn't even notice. You put things on the shelf without asking if it was open, if it was ready to start doing his job. If we stop to think, we are trapped in the illusion of our little universe, in our little point of view, doing things without knowing why, making random conclusions based on a quantity of information so small, so small, that no scientist on the face of the earth would accept at the beginning of any conversation if we needed to define a cause of the situation. I'm saying all this so that we can bring our awareness of how we judge without having the slightest idea of what we are talking about or doing all day long. And doing this because it gives us a feeling of power that many of us lack. Yes, the world is increasingly committed to making us feel hostage to our own lives and society, and this causes us a false feeling of weakness. I will repeat here to underline. If it were a text, we would help, but it is not. False feeling of weakness. Today he came. He arrived to invite us to change our lenses and see things with other eyes. If instead of compensating for this weakness by judging others, for us to feel superior or powerful, or even thinking about defending ourselves from any invisible attack, what if we chose to be curious about what is really happening on the other side and give the benefit of the doubt to the other? And if we committed ourselves not to judge anything and believe that each one is doing the best they can at that moment? For example, if that day the market was messed up, instead of thinking, wow, I want to fix this mess, what an absurd, unacceptable thing, then you think, wow, what is going on here? I'll give you an idea. If you are a person more connected to energetic, sensitive, and spiritual issues, close your eyes and try to perceive with your body the energy of that place. And you can also choose to donate a little love at that moment to that environment that may be in need. Receive so many people, with so many moods, with so many states of spirit and energy. Remember that sometimes your house is also messed up. And that doesn't mean you don't have good hygiene standards. It just means that there is something happening, some greater force that is demanding your attention, and that as soon as possible, you will solve it, right? So why can't the market be framed in the same resolution? Remember that what we throw away comes back inside. So stop judging and cultivate empathy, compassion, mercy for the process of the other. And love can change your life quickly for much better. And we need to look deeper and take better care of our things, of the things that we really have the power to change, which is ourselves, and how we deal with the external world that happens to us. The message from our messenger from the universe has arrived, telling the transit of our road today. Let's download it.
Sky of January 22nd, 2025. On Wednesday, the moon already dawns at the beginning of the Scorpio sign. They are more or less by degree 9 of the sign, and a beautiful trigonum will begin, with the double Venus and Saturn in Pisces, which will still unfold on Thursday, if later I count. So what do we have? We have a prevalence of planets in the sign of water on this day, which is much greater because of the arrival of the moon, and also in this circuit, and it signals a more peaceful moment for our emotional field, different from what it was on Tuesday. The ideal is for us to be able to take advantage of this day, to cultivate this sensitivity that is typical of the element water, right? With a gesture of attention, of welcoming, of affection, with the closest people, right? Whether at what level of family, friendship, or affection, and also see if there is room for people who have a greater need than ours, right? Because all this emphasis on water also emphasizes empathy, the feeling of empathy.
Perfect. So, summarizing everything that was said. 1. The moon is mingling with the Scorpion, and it is perfect for a detox. Observe in your life, what are the habits, the behaviors that you need to get rid of, so that you can achieve these goals that you loved for the universe in 2025. Did we do it together or did you do it alone? But then, what are the habits and behaviors that you need to give up so that you can activate your personal power? This will not happen if it is an effort, a determination, or if you think so. Forget it. Tell me down here in the comments. What is the habit, your behavior, that you realize that disconnects you from your personal power? I can start if you want. 2. Consumption of social networks. It is very challenging to work with them, not to have life, the time of life and vital energy, drained by this technology. This is a detox that I need to do. It has generated a lot of anxiety, a lot of dispersion, and now is the time. And you, tell me, what do you identify out there? 2. From 8:30 on, the moon will receive a Saturn Judea. These two will love each other madly. This generates a good moment for us, for those who have more bureaucratic tasks to do, reports to deliver, spreadsheets, because we gain a stimulus of productivity. Look, that's it, people. Along with Salome and the Scorpion, here to the detachment point. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get rid of that cleaning that I owe in my closet. Get rid of a bunch of clothes that, my God, I can't even look at each one. I can't identify the brand that has been with me since 1980. Got it? Guys, a task that would take me about 4 hours with the skills I have. Yeah. Today will be much simpler. Certainly Saturn expects me to be together. 3. This whole week we need to be more careful. More careful. Because of this warhead that Mars is doing up there. There's Pluto, the sun involved, all those things. So more careful in traffic. It's not a good week for you to risk adventures. More attention to children, without having to transfer this fear to them, right? Just enter in a more careful, more attentive way. 4. But this day will offer several activations that can help us connect to the light. Activate your empathic side consciously. Generate charity, solidarity, and let's keep trying to walk under the light, but without losing the consciousness of the dark side that is always present. After all, one does not exist without the other, but they will always depend on our personal choice and our free will. Remember that the stars tilt, but don't decide. The choice will always be yours. Let's go for it. This Wednesday, make good choices out there that I do here. See you tomorrow.